Yo, what up? It is the 28th of February, 2024, and it's currently 7:49 p.m. on a Wednesday. Man, I keep forgetting the days of the week. You'd think I would know them pretty well. That's also, it does show up on the bottom right. But also I am, oh, dear Spoon, I accidentally put one of my sweaters in the dryer and it shrunk. Now your old teddy bear wears it. He looks great. That's a great letter. It's not great enough, though. It's nothing personal, it's just, it's not a letter I need to save. Plus, I always have to have an empty letter slot in case someone asks something of me. Now, as you can see, it's 7 p.m., or it's past 7, it's nighttime, main point. And that means there's the potential for shooting stars, and I'm aware of that. And my solution is gonna be sucking it up. Just kind of hoping that one doesn't appear at all, because I'd rather have one not appear than have one appear and I miss one, even if the result of both of those things is the exact same. Oh, I guess I should be waiting for Gulliver. Okay, I have 2 minutes. It'd be easier if I just went and checked with Booker, and then I can confirm if there is anyone to look out for at all. I guess... Or better yet, it's to check if someone else is here, because if he says that no one's here, I feel like I've gone over this a million times. If he says that no one's here, then I know that it could be Pascal, Gulliver, or Pete. We haven't seen since the first time I saw him this year. Let's see, what's new? Okay, so, could be Pascal, could be Gulliver. You know the drill by this point. Wait near the top of town with my slingshot out, because there is no chance in hell I'm ever going to be missing Gulliver again. So it's currently 7:51. Alright, good time. Now I'm just going to pull the slingshot out and wait. It'd be very nice to see Gulliver just at all. He's very elusive, especially in this game. Like, New Horizons, you can't get bloody enough of him. Or rather, you get a little bit too much of him. Whereas in this game, you might as well not even exist. I feel like having one, like... It's a pretty harsh, way of doing it, I think. It's cool, I'll say, but it's pretty annoying. But let's see. I don't hear anything. Nor do I see anything. I'm assuming it's not at the left side of the village. Let's go to the right just a little bit. Can't see anything. So, with all that considered, I'm gonna rule out Gulliver being here right about now. Yeah, no, he's definitely not here. Okay. I mean, I'm still actually not 100% on if Gulliver shows up at the very first opportunity to show up. That's what I've been, this assumption that I've been functioning off of every time I've been looking to check for him. I'm actually going to put my watering can away for a sec. But hopefully that is how it works, because it'd be really annoying to just sort of have to constantly have my slingshot out, because he might not necessarily show up the very first time. Just going to do a bit of a walk around without a tool, so I'm not fully hopeless against the threat of shooting stars. I also think, yeah, shooting stars, like, easily fix them, just make it so that when a shooting star shows up, pressing A wishes on it, even if you've got a tool. I think that's a pretty simple change, and it is one that's in future games, so obviously it ended up happening. So wait, I skipped over this. Do these pear trees grow? Oh yeah, look at all these pear trees. I wasn't even paying attention to it. They look very nice. Yeah, I think this is already looking better. It's great visual variety, I think. And these ones are still growing. So I reckon we keep destroying some of these cherry trees and replacing them with pears, and not to worry about cherries becoming like, scarce or anything, because they're the town fruit. They're always going to be pretty plentiful. Okay, I guess... Okay, fine. From here on out, I'm not going to worry about shooting stars. Hey, Antonio. Let's see. What's that hangdog look? You looking for a handout? Alright, you can have this then. My parlor wall. Man, he's so cool. He just gives you stuff. He found that lying around, but it looks like you can still get some use from it. Can't believe people don't take better care of their stuff. I know, right? It's crazy. Maybe, yeah, maybe I should make talking to villagers a separate task from watering. I don't know. Let's see. I've got a favour to ask you. Would you deliver this letter to Friga for me? It needs to get there pretty fast, so I can't use the post office. I'm hoping you'll be able to deliver this in an hour. Okay. Nice. Right, okay. Well, let's... I guess I got an hour. I've got time. I'm going to be talking to Friga anyway. Let's see if... Okay, Peewee's not in his house. I don't recall if I saw Victoria being in her house. Yes, she is. Okay, let's look. Now, if I recall, I think yesterday Cube was asking to move out, so no one should be trying today. At least I don't think that's a thing. Cube might be spending multiple days in a row. Hey, sell your lame old junks day is on Saturday. Oh, I guess most people call it the flea market day, but that's so boring. You should come and buy my fabulous stuff, I'll cut you a deal. Yeah, I'll make your house even more scarce than it is now. Honestly, that lucky black cat that I gave her really rounds the whole room out. Maybe what I should do for the flea market is redecorate my primary room to be ready for selling by just putting in a bunch of junk that I don't want but would be happy with my other, like, the other villagers having, like, to decorate with. I don't know. I don't know about, like, because I feel like if you don't do it personalized to each villager you give stuff to, then it's just going to be a random, like, mess of stuff. And sometimes if you give them... Oh no, Hugh's sick. I might as well just... I'll come back when I give medicine. Sometimes, though, you give villager stuff and they just don't care. They just don't use it. I gave Hugh a spaceship, a UFO, for his birthday. He didn't even bloody use it. He didn't put it in his house. I didn't even think he cared that much when he got it. Not to say that I'm innocent from that, because I constantly throw out things that people give me in this game. But I'm different. I already have that stuff. Oh, it's a letter from Marina. Yay, it's been such a long time. But why are you delivering it to me? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Guess all that's left to do is read it. Tee-hee-hee, this stationery is so cute. Well, I guess there's no harm in giving you a little peek. To cheery Friga, we just saw each other, but how are you doing? One day I'm gonna score a trash can. Jesus Christ. I think the other day I was like, oh, I shouldn't say that they're living in poverty in this game. I don't know. I feel like whatever state you're in, the way you have to hope to get a trash can. It's definitely not poverty. I mean, we're all still living in houses here, but, you know, that's pretty low on the class list, I'd say. Not to say that that's based on value or anything. I don't think like that, but, you know what I mean. Anyway, hello, Peewee. I guess it's not bad being a member of the Happy Room Academy, but I still don't really understand them. I mean, how dare they tell me I've got bad taste? How dare they? It is kind of funny that there's just a thing, like, just a bunch of people coming to your house and rank how good your room looks. Like, if that happened in real life, people would be really pissed. Like, inspections are blind to, like, style. They don't care, like, they just want things to be in good condition. It doesn't matter, like, if they don't like the wallpaper you use, unless it's, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe excessively you could get in trouble for that. I don't know. But, like, you know, you're not gonna... It's not like you can really get in bad with the, like, real estate inspectors for your taste. Whereas in this, yeah, you just get constantly judged for how well you are at designing rooms. And you know what? When people like Poncho are doing stuff like this, I kind of see their point. Like, what on earth is going on here, man? It's just fish. I gave him a weight bench for his birthday. He didn't even use it. Okay, we got a pop quiz. This is a classic. He's gonna say all of them, but he didn't let me do that. That one's a little bit annoying. That dialogue, it's very... I like the choice-based dialogue in this game. They're not talking like Mass Effect levels here, where the choice matters or anything, but, you know, I like it in the sense that it, gives some more variety because you can answer differently if you get the same prompt. I feel like in later ones they don't do it as much, but I couldn't tell you the math on that. I've been so busy lately that since going for a nice walk like this is a treat. I've been so busy. I mean, dare I suggest that these villagers wait, like, I just walk around all day and waste their time. I've never seen them do anything, like, at all. They don't come into the stores. If they're fishing, then they never catch a fish. If they've got their bug net out, they're never looking for bugs. And yeah, this also funny amount of bells, 66696. It's pretty sweet. But I don't know. I actually think it would be kind of cool if that was a thing. It'd be a pretty in-depth mechanic, but I think it would fit in well, like the idea of maybe sometimes you see some of your villagers, like, that you can't find them around the town, and turns out they're in one of the stores, like, working part-time or something. Because the way, when you were part-time at the beginning of this game, the way they talk to you, they act like they're really above that, even though in this game they're constantly talking about being, like just scraping by and paying rent and stuff like that. So I think, like, I don't know, maybe have them working at the Roost and stuff. Like, you can work at the Roost in New Leaf. I think that'd be interesting. It's a good way to add some, like, you can totally just add a bunch of, like, variety to the stuff villagers do in these games, I reckon. But that's, I mean, I think had that been their focus for New Horizons, so it would have been a better game. But, I mean, how many bloody times am I going to say that? At this point, it's starting to get a bit annoying. But, yeah, it's not like I hate that game. It's just, you know, I know what areas it could be better in. And it's always very annoying when, the thing that gets the most public media reception is what at least you would consider not the best, or in some cases the worst of that thing. Like, I guess a good example would be like, okay, well, this one's a bit niche, but Super Monkey Ball is a series I really like. But the most popular ones are the modern ones, and to be frank, the most modern ones are the worst ones in the series. All of the best Monkey Ball games are the old ones, but those don't get as much attention because, well, they're old. And so it's always kind of annoying when not only is the game, like, not as good as you know they can be because you've played the previous ones, but also it ends up being the most popular because of whatever factors, which means not only is it, like, not only does it feel like everyone else is missing out and they're, like, just accepting something that's not as good quality as it could be, it also means the companies that make those games can be like, okay, well, I guess we can just do this forever. Like, they announced a new Monkey Ball game, and it sort of is just, it seems to me like, at least, it's blatantly using the same engine as the previous one, which doesn't have the best physics engine, when most fans would prefer if they had tried to build it from the ground up. But that's the thing, is that those are, like, the biggest fans. But yeah, it's all pretty tricky. Oh, you delivered it just like you promised. So yeah, I guess I ought to give you a reward. Here you go, consider my 530 bells all yours. If you talk to them and you have too much stuff, what do they give you as the reward? I wonder if they just, surely they would mail something to you. I don't know, actually. Oh, weed. Yeah, that's my little, thing on in-game quality. I can't really think of many other more popular examples of, like, oh, the most popular entry in a series isn't the best one. It does happen quite a bit, but it's kind of hard to think of something that's notable. Because, like, something like Tetris, like, yeah, the best version of Tetris is, like, 2% better than the most popular version of Tetris, I would probably say. Not as someone, obviously, who has much experience in that field, but I've played a couple versions of Tetris. None of them are particularly bad. You know, just all, yeah. But I can't really think of a great example. Other than Animal Crossing, obviously, which is what I've been talking about. But yeah, it's very easy for game series to stagnate in quality because developers, I shouldn't say the developers, the studios think, oh well, this game sold well, meaning we can just do this over and over again forever. Which obviously, you know, people want improvement and betterness, and some people don't think it's good because they have this perspective that's probably a bit more informed. But that kind of stuff isn't really looked into as much. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I can't think of... I really can't think of any examples. Getting good examples. I mean, I guess to a degree, like something like the Mario... Oh, there's a bug there. Let me catch it. Like, the best Mario games and the most popular Mario games, there's a bit of a difference, but, you know, Mario is so big that every game is popular, so it's not a huge thing. Oh, I got a cockroach, but he's all mine. I like that you can get your... It's like you get your revenge on the cockroaches. It's pretty cool. I like catching cockroaches. I, like, killed a moth the other day. I just, like, hit it with my hands, and we have, it's like, it was on, like, the ceiling, so between the ceiling and the roof, the ceiling and the wall, there's like a white trim that goes around, and so the moth was on that, and I crushed it on that, and not only did it get the bug guts on my hand, which was all gross and sticky, but it also, got it all over that little trim, so I had to clean it off. Good story. This is a great story about killing bugs. When push comes to shove, yeah, I can kill a bug with my hand. I don't think that's that bad. You just clean your hand afterwards. Bug guts are gross and weird, but it's nothing too serious. In fact, there's like a weird dissonance with bug guts. This is such a stupid topic of conversation. but like, bugs are so far removed from, like, me. Like, that's the same reason why people are okay with killing bugs as opposed to animals, because they're so, like, small and different that we don't... It's kind of hard... Like, we don't consider them as important or as creature-like, and I think that follows the same way in their, like, anatomy, in that they're so weird that it's, like, killing... Like, getting their guts on your hands, to me, at least, this is just a me thing, it doesn't feel weird, even though... If you really think about it, it probably is just as gross if there was, like, a gross meter, you know, like a real, actual, realistic scaling of these things. Like, surely bug guts are in reality no better or worse than, like, animal guts. I don't know, maybe. I don't know about this stuff. I'm just spitballing here. That's what I would assume, at least. Don't know how many people have played Animal Crossing talking about bug guts before. That's pretty stupid. That's a bit stupid. I know I think I should call this episode Bug Guts, but I feel like that's too, like, gross. I don't know. My perception of grossness is so, like, out of whack from a lot of people's that I don't register, like, I don't know. And for me, with grossness, it's more visual, and it's not usually related to bugs. I'm fine with bugs. I like bugs. Some of my favorite Pokemon, or I think one of my favorite Pokemon types in terms of the general, like, design philosophy is bug Pokemon. I think bugs work really well with, like, general creature design, because they're, like, perfectly, like, the way they're, like, segmented, and they have all of these appendages and antennas and stuff. I just think they're really cool. With how much variety there is, as well. I mean, you could argue with, like, mammals. It's like, well, there's so many mammals. But the thing is that mammals feel disconnected from each other. Like, dolphins are mammals, humans are mammals, but I don't feel any relatability to a dolphin. But bugs are all similar enough that I feel like if I was a bug, then if I saw another bug that was a completely different species from me, I'd be like, yeah, we're cool. We're both bugs. We're both in this together, you know? Maybe we would have that same sort of social connection to other mammals if we discovered there was some sort of higher being above us. Because bugs, we can unify them in our heads because we we're above them and we see them all from a smaller scale. But to us, everything around us is we're unique, you know. So maybe that would change our perspective, or maybe aliens see us as bug-like. I'm gonna get a coffee. Okay, for a cup of Java to pick you up. It's 200 bells. What blend would you like? The usual. Whatever you say. One becomes 1 cup of your favorite blend spoon. There we go. At the perfect temperature to bring out the flavor. 176 degrees. 1 fresh brewed cup. Drink up. Thank you. Woo-ha! Goes down smooth with a nice clean aftertaste. Thanks. Might be it for today. I managed to talk about bugs for a while. It is kind of weird that's like bugs and fish are considered lower in Animal Crossing when they're like... Maybe I'll do some more trees, why not? Let's replace... I reckon like here is the vertical cutoff point. To me that makes sense. So behind the museum basically and onwards, it's not pears. I don't know if it'll stay as like cherries necessarily, but I reckon that's what we'll do as the cutoff. Actually, I've got a lot of stuff, don't I? Yeah, I should sell it. But yeah, I just think bugs are cool. Oh, Peewee. Hello. Don't you want my melon gingham? Gingham. Let's see. Do I want a melon gingham? Wait, isn't that a shirt? That's interesting. That he, Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I need that. I forgot what he said. I'm just gonna buy it. I don't care. I think he sold it for, like, almost double what the actual price is. Because here it says $340 is the buy price, and I don't think he said that. I've got a deal. Yeah, dude. The buy price was $340. He sold that to me for $510. I'm just worried that if I select no, he's not going to accept, like, a haggle. Because he's Peewee. It's his word, or diddly squat. Yeah, but I've never been particularly... I guess that's a thing in Australia where everyone assumes about Australians that we all are constantly afraid of bugs, but we're not. If anything, being exposed to more bugs makes you... builds you up a bit. I mean, the thing is, I've never lived in areas where the bugs are like crazy. It's not like... It's not like bugs are like crawling out of our... every single thing. Every surface. It's more like that they just sort of, let's see, are all those things? Yeah, okay. It's just that lots of areas have a lot of worse bugs, and spiders are the main thing. I don't think there's particularly bugs that are that bad in Australia. I guess spiders can get pretty bad, yeah. But they have bad spiders in America. Is the Black Widow... I think that's native. I don't know. I don't know much about the specifics on these things. Yeah, I'm fortunate to live in an area where we don't have crazy, like, crazy bug things beyond, like, oh, you get cockroaches, which are annoying, and, like, daddy long-legged spiders, which are just, also annoying. But, hey, I guess they eat bugs, so... Moths are annoying, though. I mean, like, I feel like people have, like, different policies on bug killing. I'm pretty indiscriminate. I'll just usually just kill them. It doesn't matter to me. That's the thing. The moment that you decide that you're going to treat certain bugs better than others, you're just showing you've got prejudices. You think that certain bugs are more valuable or, like, worth being treated better because of the way they affect you. And now, I'm not going to say that I treat bugs better because I kill all of them. I'm just saying that I've got my, you know, I've got my morals and you've got yours. I mean, I feel like it's not like I'm going to go out of my way to kill a bug unless it's bothering me, which applies to most things that fly around, like moths and flies and stuff like that. I mean, they have all the outside they could ever want. And you can't tell me that bugs, like, should be thriving in homes when homes didn't used to exist. I don't know. In the time that we've had shelter on Earth, have certain animals evolved so that now they actually benefit from man-made structures? I'm not sure about that. That'd be an interesting thing to learn about, potentially. I don't know. I'm always looking to learn more. I did a whole, like, a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple days ago, did, like, a whole thing looking at dolphins and how many interesting things there are about dolphins. Might have talked about this already, but they're very interesting animals. It's always good to learn. I think school kind of, like, school has a way of making learning not seem fun with the way things are presented. I think being shown presentations and being told to take notes is probably the worst form of teaching, because it's just kind of getting you to write stuff. It's not getting you to understand it very well. I think independent research is the best form of learning, assuming that there's good resources for it. Depending on the subject matter, you've got to obviously be taught in a proper setting. I think the school system is... Yeah, the school system doesn't really make kids want to learn. But learning, everyone should want to learn. I don't think, like, there's a lot of things that apply with, like, taste or whatever. I don't think there should be a single human being out there that doesn't want to learn at least a little bit. Or at least some, like, I don't know. I feel like that's like a stage of being a psychopath, is if you, like, don't care about learning new things. Or it just makes you ignorant, I guess. But I guess that's me with my extreme opinions. I don't think that's that extreme, but yeah, sure. Yeah, if you are in school and you feel that school sucks, then don't blame learning. Don't blame your bad experiences on the concept of learning, because that's probably the best part. I think that's why a lot of people are drawn towards history as a subject, because it is actually pretty good at teaching you and encouraging independent research, especially ancient history. Ancient history gives you very little to work with, which means that you have to work pretty hard to get the sources you need, which is, yeah, it's a good way to learn. Okay. But I mean, I don't blame, like, people talk about, like, cheating in school, and it's like, oh, well, you don't learn anything from cheating. But I think in a similar sense, you don't learn anything through the school system. I went, in my school, I did, like, I don't think it was the hardest maths subject you could do, but it was one of two. Like, there was two that were basically the top, and then, yeah, so I did one of those maths. And I studied really hard for it. I ended up getting, like, a B or B plus or something like that. I don't think they separated them by pluses or minuses, but I did it anyway because it made me feel better about myself. And coming out of it, I didn't remember any of it. Like, I can't tell you, the differentiation, derivatives, and stuff like that, I recall those concepts, but I couldn't apply that stuff. School didn't really teach me those things. It basically just told me to know it for a test, and then I could forget it for the rest of my life, which I'm probably gonna do. Which isn't to say that calculus and all those things that fill in a hole aren't important, because they are. The thing is that the same thing with me wanting to learn about dolphins. That's not important either, but I learned about it and I found it fun to learn about. And I like math too, so it isn't just a me not liking math thing either. Like there's a lot that comes together to make school not fun. And I don't blame any of the teachers or anything, because also, that's another thing, is you shouldn't blame teachers if you have bad school experiences, because I'll tell you, 99% of the time they know. Unless they're, like, old teachers, which, nothing against old people, but, you know, they're more inclined to be less in the know on this kind of stuff. Yeah, pretty much any young, like, middle-aged to young teacher you have will know that the system isn't good, but they're just stuck in it with you, basically. Don't see the teachers as, like, as the instigators. They're almost just as much of a victim to the system as you are. At least that's how I feel. Hey, Antonio. You have got nothing to say to you. Well, okay, then I'll give you this. He says that I've been walking out, so he's gonna give me something. Plaster wall? Didn't someone else give me a plaster wall today? That's weird. Yeah, but learn. That's the thing you should take away from today, is to learn. And if you didn't know to do that, well then guess what? You just learned something. And it's probably nice. Feels good, then that's good. Alright, I might do one more, or just a couple more pear trees, and then that'll be it for today. But this is good. I like this. I feel like I'm developing something here beyond just... yeah, I think this is good. This is nice. I'm not really in the interest of harvesting from these trees either, by the way, which is why they're in... a lot of these fruits just get immediately invalidated because of the, flowers being everywhere in the paths and stuff. So... they're more just to look at. I mean, I don't know why you would sell fruit. Like, no, I mean, I get it. Because, you get a good amount of money. Oh, sorry. You get a good amount of money doing it. Assuming you're selling your non-native fruits, but it just takes a while, and designing a village around the idea of harvesting fruits is not fun. Like, my New Leaf town, it's basically just a grid of a bunch of trees. That's actually something I think is good about the way trees work in this game, even if done in kind of a cryptic way, is that because the trees, you can't plant a tree in every tile, because, like, not related to where they're placed in, like, in relation to other trees or buildings. There's literally just tiles that trees won't plant on. But because of that, it actually, like, makes you sort of have more variety in your tree placements, which looks more natural than just planting them all grid-like I was allowed to get away with in New Leaf, and what ultimately does not look very good. I might be in the interest of doing a New Leaf thing similar to this one, but I think I've talked about this, that I wouldn't do them simultaneously, like I'd have to stop one to do another. I don't think I don't know if in the future I'll, like, not play this town. I probably will, but I'll just, like, check in. I won't really do much else other than that. Like, water, talk to villagers, check in. And then I probably wouldn't even, like, engage with special visitors in the shops and stuff like that, because I don't know. I'll just keep Mateiio alive even after I've, really lost as much interest in it. I don't know. I will say that, I think there's a bit of the experience lost through the way I'm playing in this series, because it becomes more of an event, whereas before I could just play Wild World every day and it was just something I did. It's easier to take breaks in between and just, like, I could just play, not for a whole day, but I could come in and out during a whole day. Or, like, I could be on the move and stuff like that, but because I want to be commentating on all of these, I feel I kind of just have to do it like this. Which isn't to say that I don't enjoy it, mind you. I'm having good fun with this, and I've gotten a lot of nice comments about it, which is good. I don't really plan on this being, like, a big thing. I just kind of wanted to do it, see if it got much traction, which has gotten a little bit of. And, I think the documentation to me is the main aspect of it, rather than success. It's not like this is gonna pick up too much. But that's, yeah, I guess that'll probably be it for today. It did a bit of stuff. I think that whole precinct of, like, pear trees is gonna end up looking really good. And hopefully, and maybe, yeah, later on I'll definitely do that for the other fruits. I think oranges I've already pretty much done. And so now I think pears are close to being done with their own little distinct section, because if you look now, like, if we look at what we did today, it's basically all of this big area now is dedicated to pear trees, which I think is cool. I think that's great. And then you've got oranges up here, and then there's nothing really distinct. Like, peaches and cherries are around this area, and apples exist in certain areas, I think around the top left corner. But yeah, so I definitely want to make more distinct fruit tree sections, and that'll be probably the most major development I make to this town, other than I think I want to add flowers along pathways. I think that'll be nice, like this path, like, just have this side that's just filled with, like, roses or something like that. I think that'll be cool. But anyway, that's for not now. So now, which is right now, what I'm doing right now is stopping for the day. Pretty good day today. See you tomorrow, which will be Thursday. I do remember the days of the week.